empire.
We should hire 3 or 4 colored ministers, preferably with social service backgrounds and with engaging personalities. The most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population.
Now, billion-dollar Starbucks has thrown their money at race relations, while leftist media figures rush to defend Black Lives Matter protester and Ferguson cop shooter Jeffrey Williams. Meanwhile, home prices and the overall economy of Ferguson, Missouri plummet. The first thing the Black Lives Matter millennials need to do is pull their heads out of their collectivist rear ends and realize they are being funded and played by the very people they are protesting against. Well, there's always the next generation.
But actually, I'm not even Chinese, I'm Filipino. When they tease me, sometimes it bothers me. Usually when they do this, I just laugh at it. I never call them names or try to fight them. I practice nonviolent solutions to solve my problems, just like Dr. King.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
John Bound for INFOWARS.com.
The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding and making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Introducing the first proprietary oxygen-based intestinal cleanser, OxyPowder, backed by FDA-approved Phase 1, 2, and 3 clinical trials. All the toxins from the air, the food, the water, ultimately ends up in the gut or affects the gut. Take your health into your own hands and start cleansing your body today with OxyPowder. Secure your OxyPowder today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
A few months ago, I did a video on the Hillary Clinton talking nutcracker, and I got contacted by a group called FCTRY, which stands for Factory, and they're making a Hillary Clinton action figure. They actually want to go through with this. They're hoping she gets the 2016. They got the 2016 there on the side, and I'm going to have the maker of this right now, Jason Feinberg, the founder and CEO of FCTRY. I'm going to have him on and try to convince him not to make the Hillary doll and that we should not go down this path and that we should celebrate people who are really good and really outstanding. And we know nobody's perfect, but Hillary Clinton is a master criminal and we need to expose that. I'm joined now by the CEO and founder of Factory, FCTRY, Jason Feinberg. Jason, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, thanks.
Great. Hey, I appreciate you sending me one of the prototypes of the Hillary doll. I've gone into a little bit of it. Told people about your Kickstarter site. You guys are really close to your goal. Now, I want to give you the floor here at the beginning. Why is it important that we have a Hillary Clinton action figure?
All right, there are a bunch of reasons why I think it's important. And I should say we're the same company that back in 2008 made the Obama action figure. So we do have a bit of history with this sort of thing. If I'm being totally serious, it was a good sort of grassroots pop culture way for us to get involved in a really fun, lighthearted way in the elections last time. Now, Hillary's a different character than Obama, so this time around, there's this other aspect of it where she's a female icon, and this doll is obviously going to be compared to something like a Barbie doll, where back in the day with Obama, it was more of a Star Wars comparison. So as now a maker of what could be an iconic girls' toy, I'm pretty psyched to have something out there on the market that represents girls in a different way than, say, a Barbie does.
Well, I agree with you there. Barbie is definitely not any way in relationship to how a normal female should look or maybe even behave, but that's something that's definitely been around for a while. So I do commend you there. You guys are about, what, a little less than 1,500 away from your goal at this point. Now, I want to convince you not to make this doll right now. And back in 2011, we ran a humanitarian mission to Libya. I want to bring up this article, Libya Before and After Minute, shows what a NATO UN humanitarian mission looks like. And so here's the article. Now scroll up, guys. So there's 2011. That's what we did after. There's what Libya was like before. So we were getting rid of a dictator to give them ruined rubble and bomb-strewn areas. And this was something Hillary Clinton was very proud of. After the death of Gaddafi was announced, she was being interviewed, and she goes, we came, we saw, and he died. Were, I think, her exact words during an interview, maybe with Greta Van Susteren, some news head. But I mean, what do you think of that? I mean, is this part of Hillary's legacy? Is this something little girls should look up to leading humanitarian missions that end up like this?
Well, look, realistically, if you're going to talk about any political leader being a role model, look, we also made a toy of Gandhi a few years ago. And you can point to things that Gandhi did that aren't perfectly savory either. As long as you're going to turn a actual real world leader into a heroified figure in any way, I think, yeah, there's always going to be the other side that you can point to.
You know, interesting fact about Gandhi, he was an anti-vaxxer. He was one of the first anti-vaxxers, which I kind of look up to him about. He wrote a book about why vaccination is bad and how you should take care of smallpox. Back then it was smallpox, what they're giving people vaccinations for. And he said, you can't cure filth with filth. And, you know, in your video, you said we don't need another Bush, which I totally agree with. I'm 110% on board with you there. We don't need another Bush. I don't think we need another Clinton. I don't think we need any of these dynasties. I mean, what does this say in our world where it looks like we are going to have a Bush-Hillary election? I mean, is this really a Bush-Clinton election? Is this really a choice that we're getting? I mean, are we being force-fed this stuff?
Well, look, my background is in the arts, right? I'm a sculptor, and on this project we collaborated with a pretty well-known sculptor who's known for his own sort of social and political commentary. And part of what we're doing here is we're making a commentary on the greater American culture, right? And the fact that Clinton and Bush have become brands to the point where you can have these sort of branded products in their name is, to me, fascinating, just as a student of contemporary American culture. I think it's cool.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm actually showing the figure on screen now. This is a prototype you guys sent me. And how many are you expected to make if you go into mass production?
I mean, partly that depends on how this Kickstarter campaign goes, and then obviously what happens in the campaign. You know, we're expecting to be selling these up through 2016. I can tell you that with Obama, we made 200,000 of them.
That's pretty good. And I do want to commend you for, I guess, seeing the opportunity and making the, you know, free market business decision to go, hey, you know, I'm going to capitalize on this. Obama seems like he's this cult type leader in terms of, you know, cult of personality. And so I'm going to capitalize on this and make this doll, make a name for myself. You've done other products, like the Mustachifier, the Gummy Goods, Little Giants, stuff you see at, like, you know, kind of Spencer's Gifts type stores where it's kind of kitschy, cool little stuff. That's original. I think it's pretty original stuff. I don't necessarily agree that we should be celebrating Hillary Clinton because I think we've had enough of the Clintons and the Bushes in our lives. I guess I got a couple more final questions, but one about Benghazi. What are your thoughts about Benghazi and what happened there?
I mean, look, I'm a sculptor and a toy maker. Do you really want my opinions on Benghazi?
What? Why not? We're all here. We're all living in this world together. I mean, yeah, you probably have an opinion on why you're sculpting. You're probably listening to things. I mean, the Democrats are running from Hillary right now. They're kind of distancing themselves. So, and I'm not trying to poo-poo your project. I think, you know, I think you're a self-starting guy, and I think you're a great guy. But, you know, what if we did like a Hillary with maybe a skull face on her? You know, one that really shows what she represents here in America.
No, you see, like the beauty is that I can leave the market open for somebody to come along with that idea.
That's actually that's Alex Jones. He was so interested in the interview today. He popped on and he was directing. Actually, we're going to put him on real quick. I'm going to let Alex Jones ask you a question. This was definitely not planned.
I got to tell you, man, the issue is we don't need another George Bush doll, another Hillary doll. We need to have stuff about true Americana, you know, things that actually made this country great. Have you made a George Washington doll or a George Washington Carver doll? We keep worshiping these establishment facsimiles. They're nothing but mob bosses. It's like North Korea. They've had 3 generations of the Kim Jong-uns and Kim Jong-il and his dad. We don't need any more Bushes or any more Clintons. We need them to politically rest in peace. And that's why I came in here, because Kickstarter campaigns are great and everything. And I would support a Kickstarter campaign for twin bobbleheads of the Bushes, say Jeb Bush and Hillary, saying rest in peace politically. No more. Hell no, Hillary. Hell no, Jeb Bush. We are sick of it. And that's what I'm trying to say. We need a bobblehead that actually wants to live in a free country.
I think we need a two-headed.
Some lying CIA scumbag witch. That's all I have to say. Dude, you can go back to your softball interview.
We need a two-headed bobblehead, one with a dragon with Bush on one side and Hillary on the other, and go, look, this is the same thing, to teach people about the left-right paradigm. Are you aware of the left-right paradigm, Jason?
No.
All right, the left-right paradigm is, this is what they have us in. This is two wrestling. So WWF, you get the good guys and bad guys, but they're all getting paid by Vince McMahon. It doesn't matter who wins or who loses. Vince McMahon wins every time. Behind the Democrats and behind the Republicans are the same people. They're the same people. And that's what I'm trying to educate you on. Like
Hillary, Vince Foster, Cattlegate.
There's all kind of stuff. I mean, there's the legions of the Bush and the Clinton crime families. I mean, it's legion what they've done. But like, make one, let's educate people on the left-right paradigm. I bet you'd sell that out even quicker with a Kickstarter campaign.
Pronto.
I like that idea. Look, I didn't say that I am personally on one side or the other. I'm a social commentarist.
Right.
I'm kind of behind your left-right paradigm.
Another TV network has a boss that actually comes in and hijacks interviews.
Yeah. Not many. Usually they do it through fax or something. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, because you got 21 days, maybe you'll make it, maybe you won't. But I think you should definitely look at the left-right paradigm doll, which when you push one belly, it says one thing like, vote for me, I'm liberal. Boom, vote for me, I'm conservative. Liberals are going to give you something. Conservatives are going to give you something. But it's still, they're still owned by the same bankers, the banking monopoly. Here he comes.
Vote for me, I'm a fascist witch, criminal, not even a real liberal like Thomas Jefferson. Excuse me. In fact, how about that? A big, just call it the Hillary Clinton doll, but it's really, what's that turd from South Park?
Oh yeah, Mr. Poop, Mr. Hanky.
Or call her Lemmy Winks.
You've just been bombed by Alex Jones. He's come in and ruined your chance to gain this Hillary Clinton action figure, make it into being. But we you know, I want to invite you on to give you the chance. I want to give you a final say. You could throw this out there to your Kickstarter people, but I want you to seriously consider making the left-right paradigm doll. Go ahead, you got 2 minutes.
All right, well, first of all, I think we need you guys to send back that figure because I'm worried about her.
No, she'll be fine. I'll take care of her.
We're sending her to a loving home.
Oh. I'll take good care of her.
That's right.
You gave me the idea. I think you might eat her on. I think you might eat her on air. Uh-oh, this is it. This is it.
Actually, she's not even worth being a martyr for the tyranny. We're just going to send her to the ice box, as cold as hell, so she can live there with her cold heart. No, she's already politically been defeated and destroyed now, so there's nothing we even need to do to Hillary Clinton. But it is kind of fun to do this, so let's see what happens right now. Give me a wide shot right here. There we go.
He said he's willing to go side by side with the Alex Jones and the Hillary Clinton action figure. See what America wants. I think when you see the Alex Jones PR machine get behind it, it will quickly sell out. Especially if it's right now you have 412 backers, 21 days to go. I guess you could check the Kickstarter project out if you'd like.